What's bitchin' in the kitchen, YouTube? Synth here. I'm gonna review the first three episodes of Family Guy season 20. That's right, Family Guy is on its 20th season. Fucking like, holy shit. It's just like we're at that point where it's like every long running cartoon in America has hit its 20th. Fucking South Park hit its 20th a while ago. Simpsons a long time ago. I guess that's it. But I'm like, fucking Bob's Burgers or American Dad's gonna come up there someday. Bob's Burgers. But yeah, there's the animation domination lineup. Is that what they still call it? Who gives a fuck? Everyone watches these shows on Hulu now. Um, the current fucking Fox lineup is let's see, we got The Simpsons, of course. American Dad is shipped to TBS long ass time ago. Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Duncanville, which I saw one episode of Duncanville. I didn't hate it, but I don't know. It's just like it's just there. It's just like okay, whatever. You got fucking Duncanville. Is all of America Duncan for Duncanville? Did you know anyone who's like loving Duncanville? Like I don't hate it, but it's just like that. The Great North, which I tried to watch. Now that one I actually kind of dislike. It's just like a big bore. Like Duncanville, I could go like, I could get why someone would like this. With the Great North, I'm just like I don't know. It's just not selling me like at all. Then you got Bob's Burgers, which is kind of like the same as Duncanville. It's like okay, it's all right, whatever. Nah, nah. They got rid of Bless the Hearts. I guess America was not ready for Bless the Hearts. I actually kind of like that fucking show. I don't know why. It was just kind of comfy. I like that stupid fucking show. I I think it should have got at least one more season. Okay, at least not don't replace it with the Great North or the Great Boar. But whatever. So anyway, let's talk about fucking Family Guy. No Family Guy fan 420. He's gone. Let me take a drink of water. Suck my dick. I'm not gonna edit this part out. Oh, oh god. Oh yeah. Woo! Hydration Nation. Okay, Family Guy. I meant to do a review after the premiere of the first episode of the season, but I just didn't. So let's fucking do this. Season 20, episode 1. From what I remembered, it's the one where Lois is blind for a while, and Beater and the boys has to build a tree house for Doug. And Doug is a character who's kind of new to Family Guy lore. Kind of the Stewie's Flanders. That's Doug. He's the Flanders to Stewie, and this was the first time we saw Doug. Uh, Oh, I thought I heard something. Okay, this is the first time we saw Doug work off, Beater, Chris, and Brian. Okay, I think Brian worked off with Doug in the other episode of last season where Stewie and Brian started gym. But that's besides the point. This was okay. This is Doug. Like, does Doug have what it takes to be a big player in this Family Guy world? It's like okay, fucking show me. And you know what? I kind of dig Doug. Doug and Stewie are kind of they got something funny. I'm like, you know what? It's all right. You know what, Doug? You know, yeah, just a okay episode with Doug. The subplot with Lois and Meg, I felt could have been done a little better, but it got a few laughs. it was okay. It's just like okay. I don't know if it was season premiere material, but it's like all right, whatever. Uh, what's next? Okay. I meant that my one of my biggest complaints of the episode is okay. So it's an episode with Beater and the boys, and it's there's Beater and his boys A, and then there's there's Beater and his boys home team, and then there's Beater and the boys uh you know away team. His away team is the Quagmire, Cleveland, and Joe. Beater and the boys' home team consists of Beater, Chris, Stewie, and Brian. And there's a part of the episode where Beater and the boys' home team, they confront the Doug. They confront Doug, and you think it's going somewhere. They're like, "Hey, Doug, we're not going to build your treehouse if you're going to do all these douchebag things." But Beater, Beater, Beater's there. He's about to confront Doug, but Beater, he pops away in the treehouse, and there's look. I love it when Peter does wacky, crazy fucking things, but I don't like it if when Peter's just not participating in the fucking subplot. Like, hey, Peter, get your head in the fucking game, Peter. Okay, Peter. Okay, and so yeah, that's why I want to say, Family Guy fan, Family Guy writers, if you're watching this video, keep Peter's head in the game a little more, okay? Just work with me here. All right. So I give that episode a solid 5 out of 10. Okay. Next episode is the one where Beater and his boys, away team, Quagmire, Cleveland, Joe. They're just chilling at the record store, telling fucking stories. This was a funny episode. It's one of those episodes where they all where they're all fucking different musicians from different times, and it's just a funny fucking episode. The Jim Morrison thing was pretty funny with Peter. With Jim Morrison as Peter Griffin. Okay? Yeah. Okay, next episode. Oh, okay, next one's a big one. Quagmire, the Quag Pack, Quagmire versus Brian. We got a QVB episode. Quagmire versus Brian episode. Quagmire uses Brian to get to stay with the girl who's a dog chick. She likes dogs, but Quagmire's a cat man. So how's that going to work out? And this episode, ah, oh god, I can't see. Okay, swipe my eyes a little bit. Let me drink a little water. That one strained the throat a bit. Oh, um, whew. Okay, I felt they could have developed Quagmire's love interest a little bit more in the episode. But so far, as a Quagmire versus Brian episode, it was pretty solid. I think they're, as you notice in the later seasons, they're developed Quagmire's character more. He's more shown, it's not just like sex guy. He's more shown as to being petty. Like he gives out candy on Halloween, and what I thought was really funny was how Quagmire was, the costume inspector parent. If you go on trick or treating, there's always that one fucking guy who has to go like, "Oh, you didn't put effort in your costume. You're not getting the fucking Reese's peanut butter cup," and it's like, "Fuck you, you fucking asshole." But yeah, that episode was pretty fucking funny. I felt like Peter. Hey, Peter, keep your head in the game sometimes, okay? Like let's chillax. But it was a funny fucking episode. Oh, also when it was also funny when Peter was dressed as Matt Foley, and a kid was like, "Hey, look, it's Matt Foley from Saturday Night Live." It's kind of weird. Peter would not know who Matt Foley is, but this like kid would know. But whatever. Kids are pretty fucking Reddit nowadays. That's not to say Chris Farley is Reddit. Chris Farley's not Reddit. I actually watched Tommy Boy, and Chris Farley was easily the best part of that movie. There's some parts where I'm kind of like, okay, it's not that good because I've seen so many comedies to the point where it's like a lot of this seems kind of cliche only because I've seen so much before this. But I'm sure if I was an adult watching this movie in 1994, I would have fucking loved it. But it's still a solid and a really good movie because of Chris Farley's, fucking insane. Like when he lights the fucking thing on fire on that desk with the toy cars. I fucking laughed. Okay, and also David Spade was good in the movie. Kind of like a deadpan sort of delivery. I still got to see Black Sheep. A lot of critics didn't like Black Sheep, but apparently has a cult following. So I'm gonna watch Black Sheep. I figured there are some flaws with Tommy Boy though. I felt like at the end, when Tommy Boy gives that speech saying about how he's the new owner of that company, I'm like, it would have been better if he was like, you know, I, I'm going to give this job to someone who deserves it more. I still have lots of growing up to do. I thought that would have been the more mature ending to Tommy Boy, but it was a good movie. I like the part with the song by Karen Carpenter. I thought that was fucking funny. All right, I'm like really hungry. I promised my grandma I would go eat burgers with her. So later, YouTube.